Good evening once again. Welcome to Leibold Field in Richmond as we bring you high school football here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Tonight, the Red Devils home as they take on the Titans of Indianapolis Tech. Both teams coming in at 0-2. Both teams losing their non-conference matchups over the last 2 weeks. Red Devils hoping to rebound here tonight against a Tech team that they beat last year on a Hail Mary pass at the very end of the game. We're on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Great to have you with us. Troy Darengowski along with Kyle Ingram. And back home, we're doing this a road, home all season long, so we're going to be here every other week. So now we think about getting a win here tonight. And last week, you go to New Pal, you play a good New Pal football team, and the Red Devils, I mean, bottom line is we knew they weren't going to match up very well against that New Pal football squad. And I think the Red Devils played a little bit better, but in the end, it was all New Pal, and so now Richmond has to come back and try to get a conference win here tonight.
Well, the deal with New Palestine is that as far as Richmond's concerned, that's one of those films or game tapes where you bring the guys together and you have a bonfire and you put the tape in the bonfire.
Yeah.
There's not a thing you're going to learn from that football game. Outsized, outplayed in all three phases, offense, defense, special teams. If you want to throw in coaching, you throw that in there too. It wasn't, as you said, an even matchup.
Yeah.
So what they can learn from it is the things they did well. Find the things you did well against them. I mean, the score doesn't really indicate in a lot of cases sometimes how competitive a game is or how competitive a game isn't. You can always find positives. So I'm sure Abe and his staff went through it and looked at some of the things that they did well. Now continue to build on the things that you do well in a game like that, and now bring it into the beginning of your conference season against a team who last year, the last play of the game, literally.
Yeah, it was. Last play.
Was the difference maker.
Yeah.
So kudos to them. It's a wonderful night for football here in Richmond. Rain, temperature's about 50. Looks like an overflow cloud. Better get your coffee early.
Yeah, they're not anything like it was 2 weeks ago for sure. This is a Tech ball club that has lost their first two games by huge margins. Naturally, you would consider that against Ben Davis. They played a Brebeuf team that's a good football team last week. They do have some size. You look at some of the kids they have up front. We'll talk about that as we go along. They do have some skilled positions, but they just haven't quite put things together. But again, it's a little different animal playing a Ben Davis and Brebeuf and then coming in here and playing Richmond here tonight.
Well, they Northwest, or not Northwest, but Tech, and the schedule that they have played so far is a thing that they, too, could probably look at like Richmond. I mean, the first couple weeks, kind of like the NFL, it's preseason.
Yeah. All
right. We're going to see where we stack up and take it into, conference season. I mean, it's kind of a 3-season type deal in about a 10-week stretch here. You start off with the first couple of games, non-conference opponents, then you get into your conference season, and then everybody in the state wipes the slate clean and you get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, tonight we've got a North Central Conference matchup involving our Red Devils and Indianapolis Tech, and the winners, somebody's going to win, and at that point in time you're going to be 1-0 in the conference. Now, there are two divisions, the East and the West. Both teams have something to play for. They can win their division of the conference. That could be a goal for both of these schools. Because I think it's Marion, Muncie, Anderson, Tech, and Richmond
right.
in one division. Yeah. So you win those 4 football games, and you're 4-0 in your division. Hey, that's a successful year for your football team.
Yeah.
And if you're Richmond and you're Abe, you check them off one at a time.
One thing they must find tonight is offense. The Red Devils have only scored 2 offensive touchdowns in their first 2 games, so they got to find a way to generate. They had a drive last week early in the game against Tech that was about as good of a drive as you will see anywhere in any level of football, but they don't have any consistency in doing it each possession.
Correct.
So they got to find a way to score points.
Well, and that's a great point, Troy. I think that's one of the things that Abe and his staff will probably have to go back to, or hopefully went back to, and said, okay, hey, look, whether this is our ones against their ones, New Pal, whether it's our ones against their 2s or 3s, the bottom line is we did the things we had to do efficiently and effectively and consistently in this one particular drive. And if you can do it once, then put all the excuses to the side and figure out why you can't do that time after time after time. Yeah. And it's just a matter, you hit on, we talked about earlier in game one about the inexperience in some of the players. Athletics, they're athletic, but as a football player, they're still a little green.
Yeah.
Well, we're now in week 3.
Yeah.
So the excuses, if that's what you want to call them, the reasons for some of the miscues, you've had a summertime of being together. You've had 2 complete football games with which to iron things out. Now it's a time where you should, as a football team, start to show steady improvement.
By the way, the Red Devils will have a couple of different, at least from a standpoint of different starters tonight. Cody Reese, who had a pretty good game last week, he will start at one of the wideout spots. We'll see Sam Gamboa start at the right guard spot here tonight. So those are 2 new starters in the offensive side here this evening. Connor Necessary is back after a little bit of a knee issue last week, so he's back in the starting lineup. And again, Vincent Narcisse will start in the place of Bubba Sanders, who is still out with a knee injury for the Red Devils. When we come back on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we're going to hear from head coach Abe Tawfiq. We'll get his thoughts about what happened last week and what to expect tonight. We'll check out, as always, the North Central Conference and what is happening tonight in the TEC. It's all coming up and much, much more right here in the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Game 3 of the high school football season begins tonight. The Red Devils take on Indianapolis Tech as the first conference game of the 2017 season. Coach, before we talk about Tech, give me your evaluation of your football team through the first 2 games, because I think you've seen a little bit of everything. I mean, you've seen some good, some bad, some ugly. I think you've seen some good play in the Connorsville game, then some bad play, then you come back and you play a good New Pal team. How would you evaluate your ball club?
Inconsistent.
Okay.
Very inconsistent. At times, we've showed flashes of being really, really good. Our one touchdown drive against New Pal, we sliced through the number 5 team in Class 5A at the time, slashed through that defense like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah.
And then, we just get in against Connersville, don't move the ball very well. We'll make a great throw, and then we'll come back and have a terrible throw, or we'll catch a tough pass, and then we'll drop the easy pass. We'll get a good block, then we miss a block. We miss a couple of tackles here and there. It's just about being consistent, doing what you're supposed to do every single play as hard as, as well as you can possibly do it. And so, we've had flashes where we look like, man, even with no good off season, even with having all these starters on offense that are first-year varsity kids, all these new guys starting on both sides of the ball, we looked at in flashes like, wow, we could compete with anybody. And then the other flashes, in the other spots, we look like, wow, it's going to be tough to win a game this year.
Yeah.
So it's just about being consistent, getting more consistent, everybody learning, getting on the same page, playing as one, trusting each other to do their 1/11th. If we do those things, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, isn't it?
Definitely the hard part is being consistent, doing it the same thing over and over and over again, and as well as you can possibly do it. I think it just comes with practice time and playing time, guys getting together and being on the same page and, all speaking the same language. At times we've shown that we're close.
Yeah.
At other times we show, wow, we're still pretty far off.
Yeah.
But one of my college coaches used to say, it's never as good as it seems, it's never as bad as it seems, it's always somewhere in between.
Yeah.
So we've just got to keep working the plan and trying to get better each and every day. And, we'll try to get our first win this week.
You said earlier this week on our show that you kind of simplified things offensively.
Yeah.
What does that mean for Brandon? You try to make it so you said that you're going to try to make it where the passes he does make, we're going to maybe focus on that a little bit more?
Yeah. We've identified what passes he's good at throwing. And we've identified what passes he's not so good at throwing. The passes we're not good at throwing are completely out of the playbook.
Yeah, okay.
The passes he is good at throwing, we're going to run the exact same pass plays, just a bunch of different ways.
Okay.
So we've basically taken our offense, we've chopped it in half, and then we've just added window dressing.
Yeah. You'll have to forgive me, and I'm trying to remember what play it was against New Pal. It was to the New Pal sideline, double coverage on a receiver, and he laid it right in there. I mean, it was between two guys. It was the best throw I think I've seen him throw, whether it be practice, scrimmage, or the 2 games.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing you're talking about. That's a flash you see right there.
Right. That was the Cody Reese catch, where he, takes it all the way back across the field and then up our sideline for a huge gain. And that was actually the drive we scored on. I think we scored 2 plays later.
I still don't know how he got it in there, though.
Well, it's one of the throws he makes well. He throws slants very well.
Okay.
The passes we've completed this year, he throws slants very well. He throws the out very well. And so we're going to run slants. We're going to run outs. He throws the go route pretty well. So we're going to run we're going to stretch the field a little bit with the go route. But, that's just about identifying what is your quarterback really good at doing, and then doing that as much as you can possibly do it in as many different ways as you can possibly do it. And that's what we've done offensively. So this week I think you'll see even more improvement from our offense. We scored 7 points offensively against Connersville. We scored 7 points offensively against New Pal. We're looking to up that number by a few touchdowns this week.
Indianapolis Tech, we talked earlier this week, they have been beaten soundly by 2 pretty good football teams. Is that a little misleading? Are they better than what those 2 games showed?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
I mean, number one, you know, the first game they played Ben Davis.
Yeah.
Ben Davis is a different monster, different animal. You know, any of those teams in the MIC, you go out and you play those guys in week one, you're probably going to get, you know, a whooping, and they did. But they had a little bit of success late in the game. I'm not sure if it was Ben Davis's third team. I mean, they took their starters out by halftime. It was 42-0 at that point, and they played all JV kids the rest of the game. And so Tech even struggled, I think, to move the ball against Ben Davis's JV team. And then against Brebeuf, you know, that was just 4 quarters, you know, and they didn't really move the ball that well. It was 37-0 in that one. Brebeuf, I think, is ranked maybe 10 in 3A.
Okay.
So they're a solid football program. Yeah. You know, they're not New Pal.
Right.
And they're not Ben Davis, but they're a solid football team. And, you know, Tech, they get after it. They've got a lot of athletes that run fast. They'll hit. You know, they're a little undisciplined at times, and you know, I think maybe, you know, schematically they rely a little too much on their athleticism as opposed to just trying to have a good scheme. I see a lot of man coverage from them. You know, they really believe that they'll just be able to go out and man up against anybody, and you know, for the most part, they've got kids with really good speed and athleticism out on the edges. So we're going to have to be really, really solid with our offensive line this week, and we've got to be able to run the ball.
Yeah.
You know, they only keep 6 guys in the box, and because of our inside and outside zone run schemes, we've only got to block 5 of those 6, and we've got 5 offensive linemen. So if we can get a hat on a hat, you know, we should be in business. And as long as we can run the ball and then make sure that we're calling the plays that Brandon throws well, in terms of pass plays, then we'll be fine.
And I'm sure they have a little bit of a memory of what happened last year at their place, so sure they'd love to come over and get back at you guys a little bit. So.
You better believe they'll come in confident and, you know, believing that they can win the game. It's going to be up to us to impose our will on them and let them know that, you know, not tonight.
Yeah.
So I really want to, you know, get our 12th man out there, get the fans back, create an environment like we had week 1 against Connorsville. I think that, you know, our kids really looked forward to that, and even though it created a little bit more pressure, I think that, you know, those butterflies are gone now, and they'll be able to feed off of that energy. So
okay, kickoff coming up in about 20 minutes or so. We'll come back with more on the pregame right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Hey, before we do that, I want to mention real quick, tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub, no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. Thursday, it's the Italian BMT. Friday, the tuna, and Saturday, the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. We will come back in just a couple of moments, and we'll talk about the Tech Titans, what they've done in their first 2 games so far this season, and they've got some big fellas up front. We'll talk about that coming up next. This is Richmond football right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back once again here at Leibold Field in Richmond as we're ready. We're about still 11 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's matchup, Richmond and Indianapolis Tech. The Titans coming into this one at 0-2. They lost to Ben Davis in their first contest, 49-7. They were shut out at Brebeuf, 37-0. They're coming off a 2-8 season last year, their last winning season back in 2012, in which they went 6-4. The Red Devils have won both games in the series since the Titans have come into the North Central Conference, 13-7 last year. Of course, that was that Hail Mary pass that was caught at the very end of the ball game, in which the Red Devils won that contest, and then 2 years ago they won it 34-18 here at Leibold Field. They do have some pretty talented players to watch, and there's a couple of injuries we'll tell you about as we go along here tonight. One of the guys really to watch is Jalen Turner. Turner goes about 6'4", 290 pounds, and there's no doubt he is a Division I prospect. Jalen Walker, an all-NCC performer last year, a defensive lineman, 6 foot, 310 pounds. We'll keep an eye on him tonight. Jalen Allen, an all-NCC defensive back from a year ago. Allen, 6'1", 185 pounds. He's a very good football player. And then Tyreek Harris went all-city last year. He's 5'7", 155 pounds. He also plays defensive back. When we come back, we'll take a look at the North Central Conference, the updated standings and the schedule going into tonight's action. That is coming up next. Stay right there. This is Richmond football, and this is the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, the Radio Troy Digital Sports. Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
We're back once again on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, moments away from tonight's kickoff, Richmond and Indianapolis Tech. Right now, here's how things stack up in the North Central Conference. Lafayette, Jeff, Logansport, and Marion all at 2-0 going into conference play. Harrison and Kokomo at 1-1. Anderson, Tech, McCutcheon, Muncie Central, and Richmond all in the Eastern Division are 0-2 on the season. Tonight, Harrison is at Logansport. It's Kokomo at Marion, McCutcheon at Lafayette, Jeff. Muncie Central is at Anderson. In the Tri-Eastern Conference, Northeastern, the only undefeated team going into action tonight, and they play a very good Eastern Hancock team this evening. Northeastern is at 2-0. Centerville, Tri, Hagerstown, and Union County, along with Union City, all at 0-1 on the year. Lincoln 0-2, Winchester 0-2. Tonight, Lincoln is at Tri, Eastern Hancock at Northeastern, Hagerstown is at Winchester, and Union County is on the road at Union City. Well, it's time to get the keys to tonight's game, and let's go ahead and talk about what you expect here this evening as the Red Devils and the Titans both looking for their first win of the year. Let's be specific about Richmond. We talked about it earlier. They've got to score points. They've got to get that offense going. They can't keep going east and west. They've got to go north and try to gain yardage instead. They're not going to get around these teams, right? I mean, bottom line is there's not enough speed to get to the edge.
Correct. And especially tonight. I mean, you know, athletic-wise, from the standpoint of athletes, I think we match up well with Tech, and Tech's got to be thinking they match up extremely well with us. I still go back to the discussions and the things that we talked about in Game 1 with Connorsville, that when you have the size up front that Richmond does with their offensive line, and the fact that some of those young kids have been contacted by mid-majors and 1A, 1AA football programs as potential line prospects, you've got to go with that up front and tell your football team, we're going to go right behind them, and we're going to, as you say, we're going to go north and south until somebody shows that they can stop us.
Yeah.
Now, one of the keys tonight is that the offensive line has to not only engage, but stay engaged.
Yeah.
I watched the film from the Connorsville game and the New Powell game. They do a great job of initial contact.
Yeah.
And then it's like they turn around and go, well, I've done my job. Well, no, you haven't. Yeah. You go until you hear the whistle until you hear the whistle. And then when you hear the whistle, you go a little bit longer.
That's right. Yeah.
And then the official's going to say, hey, knock it off.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll get off of that. But you just don't engage and then turn around and go, well, wait for the next play.
Yeah.
It's not how it works.
Well, you see the captains meeting in midfield, and again, the Red Devils and the Titans both looking for win number 1 on the season. And Boy, the Red Devils just hoping they can get this offense going. I'm going to be very, very curious to see what they'll do offensively here tonight. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. We are ready to get this one underway. It's been raining since about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Nothing very heavy. This is the remnants of what we saw that hit down in Texas, which really devastated southeastern Texas over the last several days, but it's not going to affect, it looks like, tonight's game. Just a little cloudy and a little cooler than what we're used to. So the Titans will tee the football up at the 40, and Richmond will have the football first here tonight. So we're going to get a look at that offense right away.
Well, the wet conditions, and it's breezy. It's tough taking care of the football when it's 85 and sunny out, so both teams are going to have to really focus tonight on making sure that they have both hands around that football. Take care of it. Possessions, like in the game of basketball, are extremely important.
Looks like the Red Devils have dropped Huber along with Deloney deep, so the Titans again will tee it up at the 40, and this will be a penalty flag down, or are they just going to stop it? I think he just didn't get a good kick on that one.
I think in Indianapolis Tech, in a hurry to get downfield, they were offsides. Anxious to get it started.
There is a flag down right there. There we see the flag. So opening things up with a penalty. That's how the game opened last week against New Pal. So we'll back him up 5 yards, and we'll try it again. We mentioned Huber is back along with Deloney. I thought Deloney played well last week in a game in which the Red Devils got a good contribution from both Cody Reese and Deloney. So we'll see Deloney, I'm sure, get in that lineup relatively soon. So again, we'll tee it up and try it one more time. Week 3 of the high school football season. Before we know, we're going to be halfway through. It has moved along quickly. So this one squibbed along the ground, and that is Deloney at about the 25-yard line. Deloney finds an opening midfield and more down to around the 45-yard line, so a good start for the Red Devils. And they had no field position for about 75% of the ball game last week.
Yeah, I watched that on your broadcast, and you guys did a great job, as always, last week. Getting to midfield for Richmond last week was an extremely difficult task, and tonight, first possession, they start on the opponent's 45. So, yes, that's a good start.
So the Red Devils again in that spread offense, and in the backfield, as always, will be Wyatt Bird. He wears number 22. Red Devils work with the two receivers to the near side, and a man in motion. At quarterback, Brandon Curtis. Boy, the defense staying right there. They don't jump off sides. High snap, and that'll go over the head of Curtis, and the Red Devils are going to lose some big-time yardage right here. Offensively, Reese, Carpenter, along with Deloney and Henderson, the four receivers. Colton Davis, Shea Hall, Blaine Pierce, Sam Gamboa, and Jacob Jones are the offensive linemen. And at quarterback, Brandon Curtis. So not a good way to start. It'll be now second down and long.
I'll blame that exchange on the wet football.
Of course, you don't see that very often. Blaine Pierce, usually very reliable as the starting center. The Red Devils will run the football, and that is going to be to the outside, and there is Bird, and we have seen some spurts from Bird this year that he, only a sophomore, runs very hard, but they haven't maybe given him the ball as much as he would like. And Shea Hall is going to come out of the ball game.
Well, in defense of the young man, he is the one kid who will go north and south, but when you're behind 50 to zip, it's kind of hard to give him the football on the ground. I mean, every now and then, but Last week, that was just an anomaly. You just forget about last week's game. And
Red Devils will make a change in their offensive line as James Gifford will come in. And we haven't seen Gifford in a while simply because, and I guess I missed the flag right there. So a penalty flag on the Red Devils. And that'll move them back. So we've had now 2 penalties here early in this one. Gifford, by the way, has not played in a while because of an injury. Wow, Red Devils moved all the way back to their, 26-yard line. Mm-hmm. They have to get to the Tech 35 for first down. You're looking at second down and about 30. Richmond will look to throw. Ball to the near side. Ball's going to be caught.
Well, Troy, we made a point about the Red Devils going north and south, and we're going north right now. But the problem is we're supposed to be going south.
Yeah, they took it literally, I guess.
They took it literally.
Short gain there, 10:50 remaining in the opening period of play. That completion to Cody Reese, who, as we mentioned last week, has put himself into the starting lineup. So now we're looking at third down and a long way to go. And Richmond trying to run the football right here, and it goes for a very short gain. Guys up front doing a nice job there for Arsenal Tech. Jason Johnson, just a freshman in there to help make the stop. The Red Devils now faced with a fourth down. And that will bring Deloney in to punt the football away for the first time tonight for the Red Devils. Well, the first offensive possession, not exactly what we were hoping for. Low snap, Deloney able to get it. Here comes the rush. Line drive kick. And the Titans will let that one roll. That takes a nice Richmond roll inside the 20 all the way down to about the 18-yard line.
Great punt. Great punt.
Red Devils had some issues last week again on the punting. Just the gaps up front. They really need to close those gaps a little bit more. There always seems to be such a strong rush.
I've seen different teams at different levels do that. The blocking up front, each guy has to maintain a gap, and for whatever reason, it's like Olay, take off and go through there and expect the 3 guys that are defending helping the punter out there to take care of 8. Those odds aren't very good.
9:42 remaining here in the opening period of play. Evans will be the quarterback. That is Wayne Evans. And Tech's going to run the football, and I'll tell you what, breaking in the open ground down to the 30, 20-yard line, and will the Red Devils be able to catch him diving to the end zone? Did he get in?
He got in.
And a touchdown for the Titans. So the Red Devils, that was a run of, 72 yards, 82 yards, an 82-yard touchdown run for the score. And the Red Devils, I better take that off there. I'm running the camera tonight, by the way, and I'll keep mentioning that for everyone that is listening.
I'm telling you, Troy, you're multi-talented. That's why you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Extra point attempt. And the Titans looking to make this a 7-0 game. The kick is up. It is good. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 9:26 remaining in the opening period of play. Titans lead it 7-0.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Well, for the second straight kickoff by Indianapolis Tech, we have another flag down. So the Titans will be backed up another 5 yards. We'll kick it off at the 35-yard line. Get 82 yards on that touchdown run. So again, the Titans teeing it up at the 35-yard line. Looks like Deloney is deep. Huber deep as well. And this kick will go to Deloney. There's Deloney across the 25, across the 30, and out to about the 32-yard line. And Richmond will have their second possession. First one went north, as Kyle had mentioned, but it was supposed to go south, so we'll see if they can work this problem out offensively here in their second possession of the night.
Now, Troy, I don't want to age myself too much, but I've been watching football for 50 years, maybe longer, and I don't ever recall seeing 2 offside penalties on the kickoff. I don't know if that's the only guy's job, but my gosh. I mean, if the guy's a half yard up the field, so be it, but at least he knows what offside is on a kickoff. Good Lord.
Red Devils football, they'll run it. There is Bird once again out to about the 40. Well, he's anxious to get a tackle.
Well,
I'd be anxious.
So would I, but I don't know what's more beneficial, wanting to get a tackle or the guy wanting to throw the yellow flag. I mean, if this was NBC, ABC, Monday Night Football, okay, but this is Richmond High School and Indianapolis Tech. Keep the flag in your pocket. It's 40 degrees outside. The wind's blowing. It's raining.
There's a man in motion for Richmond. That is going to be Carpenter trying to find some running room and nowhere to go. Big 72, one of those in there. That is Jalen Walker, 6 foot, 315 pounds. 8:26 to go in the opening quarter, and the Red Devils still trying to get to midfield. Well, you look at Walker, 315. We already talked earlier about Jalen Turner at 300, Jerry Williams at 290. They've got some big guys on that defense if they choose to use all of them. 3rd down and 7 now for Richmond. Here is Bird. And Bird will put his head down and
attaboy. What a way to bury your head.
The first down.
Yes, he did.
Gets out to about the 43-yard line. And Richmond getting their first down of the night. Well, he's one of those running backs. If you can get him going, those guys up front, if they'll block, he's going to open up some big holes, and Red Devils this time will go trips to the left side. 1st down and 10. Here is Bird again to the near side. Short gain as he crosses the 45 near the 47-yard line. Officially put it at the 46, and now the Red Devils faced with a 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2. That is Carpenter to the top. Looks like that may be O'Shea Henderson in the slot to the left, so the Red Devils will split him even. And here's Bird once again. And Bird with a pile across the 50, and for the first time tonight, the Red Devils get across midfield and still about 2 yards shy of a first down.
kept the feet moving. Offensive line did a nice job of staying on their blocks. Nice job there.
You know, I'm watching Sam Gamboa. He's getting his first start tonight at right guard, and so far we're seeing some nice things out of him because they're running to his side. And I believe that Jacob Jones is the right tackle, and he is, so they've done a nice job so far. 3rd down and 4. Here's another run, and it's going to be shy of a first down. That's going to be Wyatt Bird again. It's about a yard short.
Yes.
By the way, I'm looking on the other side. There's only 3 fans here from Tech. they figured, I'm not coming over here to sit in the cold.
I like this by Abe. I like going for it here, 4th down. Unless they're going to try and draw them off sides here.
Red Devils always try to draw the opposing defense off sides, and then they go for it as they look to the sidelines, and Curtis looks to throw, has to get rid of it, and it falls incomplete. He had a heck of a rush coming on him as Romello McGee, the outside linebacker, was there, and the Red Devils, their drive falling short right around midfield, and Tech will take over for the second time. Those guys up front, I just talked about those guys on the right side, and that's where that rush came from. I'm not sure about Gamboa. I really haven't seen him play as much, well, so far this year. So now the Titans will take over the football once again, 1st down and 10. And they're going to run it right at Richmond once again over the left side. That'll go inside the 50, very close to the 49, maybe 48-yard line. We'll see where they spot the football.
I'm trying to wrap my hands around that 4th down call because in the pregame, Abe said that they're going to cut their playbook in half and work to the quarterback's strengths. I don't know a right-handed quarterback at this level who is a right-handed thrower who rolls to his left, throwing across his body as being a strength. That play just didn't get started off. I don't think it got started correctly from the snap.
Now, you mean the one with
on the
Curtis?
4th down play, yeah.
Well, maybe he saw that rush coming from his right. Had no choice. 3rd down and 1 here for the Titans. And they've decided they're going to run it right at Richmond here tonight. And they've had success, and there is another first down.
Mask.
Yep, there's a flag. So the Red Devils will be hurt by that penalty.
You know, the high school level, any hands in and around the helmet, it will be called a face mask. And I think that's a really good rule. I think that was just a 5-yard deal. They didn't really grab the face mask, but they had the hands on the helmet. And I just think that's a good rule that they've put in high school football.
Titans football, 4:27 remaining in the opening period of play. Evans back at quarterback, and once again, Evans on the keeper around the left side. Evans has running room. He will get another first down as he's brought down near the 20-yard line. Evans, a junior, 5'10", 180 pounds. And I think they have said, you know what, we're going to come out and run it right at you, and the Red Devils right here are going to burn a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 4:15 remaining here in the opening period of play. The Red Devils trail this one 7-0.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Red Devils having to make some adjustments and do it quickly against a Tech team that so far has been able to run the football pretty effectively so far here in the opening period of play. And now Richmond with their backs against the wall here with the football at the 35-yard line. We're closer to the 36. They want to fall down here potentially 14-0. Offset backfield. Evans will hand it off to the outside and running room around the edge once again, and finally driven out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Looked like it was number 9 carrying the football that time for the Titans, which is Robert McBee.
Well, they got us to the edge again.
Yeah, they have. We have not played good around the edge this season. So put the football, and I think we've got another whistle, and we've got a timeout again, and I think this time it could be a timeout by Richmond. So they've called 2 timeouts. The Red Devils here in the first period of play. We'll take a timeout as well. Stay right there. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Well, Titans football once again. They'll have it at the 6-yard line. First and goal at the 6, trying to make it at least a 13-0 ball game. Red Devils have called 2 timeouts here in the opening period, and we have a flag down again.
Illegal procedure against Tech. They kind of started off a different snap count a little early.
Titans have committed 3 penalties, 2 on the kickoff. Red Devils have, of course, the one big penalty they had just moments ago. So now the football will be moved to the 11-yard line. See Evans looking to the sideline. Let's see if the Titans will continue to run it right at Richmond. Red Devils have not been able to stop the Titans so far, as Evans rolling to his right and then will throw toward the end zone, and it'll be knocked away as it falls incomplete. There for the Red Devils, Julian Holguin. So it'll be second down and goal now from the 11-yard line.
I think had the quarterback thrown that ball a little bit earlier, he had the guy he was looking for. Or maybe he wasn't looking for that guy, he was looking for somebody else. But there was white jersey, looked pretty open to me.
Evans once again will keep it. No, he's going to hand it off. It's hard to tell who had the football right there. Might have been a keeper by Evans.
32.
Yeah, 32 on the carry. That is going to be Christian Smith there for the Titans. Under the 4-minute mark. Third down now from the 5-yard line here for the Titans. Let's see what they'll do here. Evans looks like he's going to hand it off, and he does, very close to perhaps the 1-yard line. That's McBee once again. So now you're at fourth down. Now the football is going to be placed at about the 2-yard line, and Titans say they're going to go for it right here. So now let's see what Evans has in store. Red Devils in danger of falling down in this one, and that's going to be a touchdown. That's McBee in for the score from a couple of yards out, and the Red Devils now trail this one 13-0. So that running attack so far by Indianapolis Tech, Red Devils have been unable to stop it here in the opening period of play.
Well, I wish I had an answer, Troy, but I don't.
Well, so far, neither do the Red Devils. The extra point attempt is going to be blocked. So on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 3:18 remaining in the opening period. The Red Devils down this one, 13-0.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Now Richmond will get the football for the 3rd time, and this one another line drive kick, and the Red Devils will start at about their own 33-yard line. So there's 2 things now that the Red Devils haven't been able to do. That is consistently move the football here in the opening period, and they can't stop the run so far by Tech with that big offensive line. Those are the 2 big keys right now.
Well, and going back to Abe's comments prior to the game about being consistent, that's a goal that he and his staff have for his young football team. Looks like we're still a work in progress.
Yeah. So now the Red Devils 1st and 10 will put the football at the 34-yard line. You see the Titans showing blitz right there, and they were coming. And they will drop Wyatt Bird for a huge loss. That's going to be 5 or 6 yards on the loss. And it's almost now where they're daring Richmond to kind of throw the football here in the opening period.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I was just going to say that if you scout us, you take away the run and make the quarterback beat you, kind of like what we talked about with Connorsville.
Yeah.
We have to show we can throw the football.
Yeah.
Because right now our offensive line is just being dominated.
2nd down and 15. Ball caught to the near side. That's O'Shea Henderson, and Henderson will be brought down very close to midfield. That's one of those big receivers that the Red Devils have. The other one we haven't seen, of course, after last week. They're going to say he's marked back a little bit. Did he step out of bounds?
Stepped out of bounds, but he still got a 1st down. It's a nice throw, nice catch.
O'Shea Henderson, about 6'3", 6'4". Red Devils now faced with we're waiting. The officials on the far side of the field are a little confused on where they're going to put the marker. I don't know if we have a sideline violation here where they're giving them a warning to stay back or not, or we're going to have a measurement. What is it?
Well, I'm wondering if the change didn't move early. The official on the far sideline gave the indication for them to move on down to where the ball was originally located, and now they're going back to where the original line of scrimmage was and trying to figure out if maybe we're still short of the 1st down to gain. I think they moved the change just a little bit early.
They're saying 3rd down on the sideline. You see him there at the top of your screen.
Yeah.
But boy, big 96. I'm not sure who he is. 96, Darius Brown, 6'5", 255. That young man right there for Tech doesn't look like an edge rusher. I don't know who does. They got some pretty good-looking players. You know that?
Yeah, they do. There's some big young men out there, athletically looking good, too.
3rd down and 2. See if the Red Devils can get a 1st down right here. And, again, the offense has had, I believe, just 1 1st down so far. Red Devils will run that spread. Here comes that blitz again, and then somebody moved. And I just talked about Sam Gamboa, and I think he saw the feet of that linebacker coming, and he jumped.
He saw the guy coming, just got a little anxious.
Gamboa, just a sophomore, 5'9", 225. Now, I haven't seen Shea Hall. He has not been in the ball game for a while. He came out, and I'm not sure where he has been.
I don't even see him on the sideline.
I don't either. But he was the original starter at left guard, but I don't know if he's out there or not. There's that blitz. They're showing it again. Here it comes. Curtis gets rid of it. Deloney can't make the catch at around the 45-yard line. Defended well. That was Jalen Allen. We mentioned Allen, an all-NCC performer from last year, able to knock that one away. And the Red Devils now faced with a 4th down and 7. So Richmond again unable to move the football.
Well, Indianapolis Tech's doing a nice job of understanding that for Richmond to have some success, have to throw the football. And then they're saying, well, if you can throw it in 0.5 seconds, more power to you.
Yeah. Here's the rush once again. This is a nice kick as it rolls inside the 5. Can they keep it from going into the end zone?
What
no.
a try. And what a great punt by Deloney. What a great punt.
Boy, on the special teams, I think that was Julian Holguin once again.
Great hustle.
Keep that one from going into the end zone. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. Monday it's the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. And Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. 2:11 remaining in the opening period of play, and the Red Devils down in this one 13-0. So now the Titans will take over the football. They're going to spread things out a little bit. First time we've seen this spread in their offense. Evans once again at quarterback. And they've run that play clock now down to 7. A little bit of light rain coming down as well. 2 seconds, 1 second. The snap hits Evans in the belly. I'm not sure what was going on.
Well, I think the center, with his head up, probably looking at the play clock going, we got to get the ball snapped before we run into a penalty, and kind of caught the quarterback by surprise there. But he recovered. Only lost a couple of yards on the play.
So now it'll be second down and about 12, maybe 13, as again that light rain continues to come down, and the Titans will run the football once again, as that one will pick up a few extra yards and get some of that loss back. So now it'll be 3rd down for the Titans. They'll go trips to the near side. McGee has carried the football tonight, or McBee, excuse me. Robert McBee at 5'10", 175 pounds. Let's call it 3rd down and 7.
9 is over right now. 9 is over right now.
And the ball caught far side, but brought down immediately. Good job by that Richmond defense to get the stop right there. So now 4th down for the Titans. Trying to see who that was on that far side.
It's a much-needed stop by Richmond's defense. Punt pinned them back there on their own 20. I'm sorry?
I was going to say looked like that might have been Jacob Selby who was in on the tackle for Richmond.
Going to force Tech to punt into this 15, 20-mile-an-hour wind. It's a key stop for Richmond right there defensively.
We've got a whistle and stoppage of play right here, and I think that
Tech going to
call a timeout as well. So they have used a timeout. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond trailing this one 13-0.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Now, after a timeout and what has been in many ways, kind of a sloppy third game of the year, the Titans get a timeout, so they'll punt the football with 18.7 seconds remaining. The Red Devils have 2 deep. Good snap and a
nice
relatively...
punt. Oh, I hit the Richmond player. That hit the Richmond player. Oh, boy.
Boy, the Red Devils almost made another mistake. Which player got hit? Did you see it?
Well, it's one of the guys going downfield to help block. Ball hit him in the back. I mean, that's just one of those things that it rarely happens. But fortunately for Richmond, we were alert on the play. Got the ball on their side of the field at the 49.
So now the Red Devils will take over the football. By the way, Sam Gamboa has now exited the offensive line, and they've decided to go now with James Gifford in there on that right guard spot. Could be the final play of this opening period of play. The ball's going to be caught, and really nothing there on the reception, and that's going to do it for the opening period of play. And so far, Richmond's offense unable to get anything going. It has been all Titans thus far in this one. At the end of one, it is Tech 13, Richmond nothing. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-size volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics. You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Well, the first 12 minutes not very kind to the Red Devils. They're hoping now that the next 12 minutes will be good. So here we go as Richmond again will work out of the spread. They'll look to run the football once again, and a gain of maybe a couple. That was Deloney once again on the carry.
That was a nice job by Deloney of recognizing he had to cut it up inside. And instead of continuing to run west toward the sideline, he found a little seam. What's the old saying, run to daylight? He ran to daylight.
Yeah.
Closed in a hurry, but, I mean, he
started to see it.
He started to see it.
3rd down and 7. Brandon Curtis once again, the senior quarterback out of the shotgun. Bird, the lone setback, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They'll throw, ball caught. And that's going to be good enough for a first down. That is Deloney again on the reception.
And there's that little slant pattern that Abe said, that we run well, we throw it well. Good play.
So first down, the Red Devils now into Tech territory. Curtis looks to throw, and in and out of the hands on the near side. Tremel Carpenter can't hold on. Carpenter's one of those players that just hasn't played a ton of football. Still learning many of the intricacies of this game. That's a ball you got to catch.
Well, one of the intricacies at that position is you have to have the ball before you can run.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10.
Huge
Here's
hole there.
Bird.
Oh, no.
You were looking for a penalty on this side,
yeah,
weren't you?
it looked like a block in the back. Guy was on the ground, so maybe that's why the official didn't throw the flag. But I was thinking, oh, no, there's a clipping penalty. And then, fortunately for us, they didn't throw it.
So 3rd down and 6. Football will be placed at the 32-yard line.
32.
Is that where it's at?
33, somewhere in that area.
Well, we've had a lot of delays here just getting another play going. 10:37 remaining in the second. Here comes that blitz again. Curtis rolling, throws, makes the completion to O'Shea Henderson. Henderson still on his feet, gets inside the 10, and the Red Devils now knocking on the door offensively. And boy, too, Brandon Curtis took a shot too once he got rid of the football.
Well, they rolled him out to his right side where he can actually throw the football, and nice pass and catch, nice run, and great play by Tech, though, defensively. I mean, the last guy to get him held on that shirt till he had reinforcements come in, so good for him.
So now the Red Devils' opportunity again. Here is Bird, nowhere to go. Where Red Devils need to get a score right here, make it a 13, no worse than a 13-6 game.
Well, they've had a nice little drive here after the change of possession and going in the north direction. Maybe they just like going north.
I guess so. Yeah. Bird again, the lone setback here. Showing that blitz again. The throw is going to be knocked down, and there's another flag down.
Well, it looked like, from this perspective, that one of our offensive linemen was holding. Yep.
Those are the penalties right there that just drive you nuts.
Those are killers. Because now it's, Tech will surely take the penalty. Instead of 2nd and goal from inside the 10, now you're looking at 2nd and goal from the 20. Outside the 20.
So now the Red Devils go trips to the left. You mentioned 2nd down and 20. 9:23 remaining here in period number 2, and the Red Devils again trail at 13-0. Bird, the lone setback. Let's see what Brandon can do with the football this time. Not even a short drop. Now releases. Ball's going to be caught, but nowhere to go. Caught by Cody Reese, but there is no downfield progress there for the Red Devils, and so now they're faced with a 3rd down. Where do they put that football this time? 21, 22-yard line, 23.
Like, we took a loss on the play of 2 or 3.
Well, they've actually
maybe
moved it
even
all the way to all the way to the 24-yard line. So now the Red Devils with a 3rd and goal from the 24-yard line. Curtis rolls and throws, ball complete. That's going to be Reese again. Reese cuts back inside, and he got down inside the 5-yard line.
Nice job there.
How about Cody Reese? Where did this young man come from? Had a nice game last week, gets the start tonight, and paying dividends once again.
And he got, I don't know who the number was, but he got a nice block out on the outside. One of the other receivers came back and put a nice block on the player that was in charge of Mr. Reese, and that helps bring him down into the 5-yard line, 4-yard line.
Yeah, we have whistles that will stop play once again.
Somebody's got a timeout.
Yep, somebody gets a timeout once again. Let's see who it is. So it's 4th down and goal here for Richmond. I guess no timeout.
Well, I guess I have if I understood the signal correctly, there's an equipment issue with one of the players from Tech, whether it's a mouthpiece, chin strap, or something, so they had to get him off the field and substitute another player in.
So big play here for Richmond. Curtis pumps and then throws, and we have a flag down. So that is O'Shea Henderson, who went down, and he is still down as he is out of bounds.
Well, the umpire behind the defense threw the flag. And I got to believe it's got to be an ineligible man downfield from Richmond. Surely he's not going to be throwing a pass interference flag. And that's what it is. Richmond had which would have been either a receiver that was covered up or one of our offensive linemen down the field blocking.
Yeah.
Indianapolis Tech will refuse the penalty and take over on downs.
And you hope that you don't lose your starting receiver in O'Shea Henderson, but it appears that he is favoring that right knee, and he's now going to come off the field himself, so that's good news.
I wonder if he got tangled up over there with the down chain yardage marker.
Well, the Red Devils unable to get points on the board.
No, but a nice drive.
Nice drive.
I think they found some things that they can do against this defense. And we only have to look back 2 weeks ago when our own Red Devils dominated the first half.
Yeah.
And
didn't the second half.
Didn't finish the deal.
Yeah.
So bits and pieces, little pieces of momentum here and there, things you do well, build upon that. You've got Tech now back up against their own end zone here, so have your defense stop up, 3 and out. Get the football back, be able to put a score on before half.
Yeah, Red Devils last week had absolutely no field position pretty much the entire game. So again, Tech football, as they'll try to get some breathing right here. Not much against the Red Devils up front. Looks like Big 93 might have been in there. Jackson Haynes, one of the several different Red Devils. $7:15 remaining. The pace of this one is slowed down quite a bit as the Titans will try to again run the football. Not much there. You know, the weather's kind of put a damper on everything today too, didn't it?
Boy, no kidding. I mean, it was fairly nice early this morning, and all of a sudden it felt like old man winter zoomed into town for a brief visit, hopefully.
Yeah, nobody's in a good mood tonight, I don't think. 3rd down and 7. Well, they really run that play clock down quite a bit, down to 13 seconds now. Titans again working out of the shotgun. They're going to look to throw. Ball's going to be caught here to the near side, breaking a tackle, getting some yardage, and here he goes down the sideline.
Look at Big 64. Oh, look at that block.
Oh, what a block right there.
What a great block. And look at these guys downfield, 21.
He fumbled it.
What a
play.
Picked up. Now we got a flag clear back down here. Oh, wow.
Wow.
They're gonna. That was one of the greatest plays I've seen in a long time. Bodies flying all over the place, and the white hat here throws a penalty flag 50 yards behind behind the play. I'm thinking maybe we got the bench from Indianapolis Tech, a little bit sideline warning is what it is. It's still going to be a touchdown, I believe.
Well, we wait and see as the Red Devils have another player down.
I don't understand. Wait a minute. I got so involved in the play here. Did not Indianapolis Tech pick the football up and eventually score? Or did they get stopped just short of the goal line?
I thought he got in the end zone.
No. Peel back block. We have a peel back block right here. He's going to bring it back about 40 or 50 yards.
So there's a block at the illegal block at the 50-yard line.
There's no peel back block anymore, man. Not any league. Not any.
Well, if that flag is for a block on a defenseless player, I was just sitting there having a little conversation with Indianapolis Tech coaches, and they seem to think that they might be getting penalized for a peel back block just prior to the score. I didn't see any other flag other than what the white hat threw for the sideline warning because the Tech sideline got so excited that they were going to score, and all of a sudden the ball falls loose, and I got caught up in all that, and I'm pretty sure the kid from Tech scored. I think the touchdown's going to stand.
I thought he did too. Well, they did. So it was nothing more than a sideline warning, so the 6 points do count.
Well, they got the ball marked inside the one, so I guess maybe the young man didn't get in the end zone.
Well, I sure thought he scored.
I sure did, too. Maybe the officials were like me. They got caught up in what was going on, bodies flying everywhere.
Well, nonetheless, Tech will have the football. Now we're waiting for the marker to move all the way down.
Well, I tell you what, Indianapolis Tech, they had a couple of linemen down here 60 yards downfield throwing blocks. They had a kid sprint down the field. They said peel back on a kid here to about the 5. That's what you call winning football right there. I mean, I want this touchdown. I want this football game. That's extra effort, and that's what gets you a 19-0 lead so far through 2 quarters. Or
There's
quarter
McBee.
and a half.
Yep, McBee in from 1 yard out, and the Red Devils down in this one now 19-0. And if Richmond doesn't get this turned around pretty quick, this is going to be one long night. So now the extra point attempt. One last player coming on the field for the Titans, 5:50 remaining. And they're going to go ahead and go for 2 right here.
And he's going to get in.
And he's going to race toward the corner.
Did not get in.
Nope, he did not get in. So the 2-point conversion is no good for the Titans. 5:50 remaining here in period number 2. It is all Titans leading this one, 19-0.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Okay, we're back. 5:50 to go here before halftime, and a squib kick by the Titans, and Richmond will have it on the return. And boy, they're having a difficult time picking up the football. And a nice return across the 30 before being driven out of bounds, or very close to being driven out of bounds on the near sideline. And that's where the Red Devils will take over now First and 10. I was trying to see who had the return there for Richmond. It may have been Stephen Huber.
He protected the football, put both arms around it. Now, the last thing you want to do here if you're Richmond is to panic. You don't want to panic here and find yourself 26-27 to nothing at halftime.
Yeah.
Just work on and do the things you did well in that previous drive and try to put some positive things on the board for yourself.
Red Devils again out of the shotgun, and a short carry again by the tailback Wyatt Bird. So now second down. We'll see a gain of about 2. We'll call it second down and 8. Boy, you know, just not a whole lot of life for this Richmond football team right now. And they've got to get something going here pretty quick as that one goes to the sideline, and that's Cody Reese. Incomplete. So now the Red Devils, just like that, faced with a third down and 8. Football at the 32-yard line. That stopped the clock at 5:05 remaining. Curtis to throw, has a man, ball caught. 45 out to about the 46-yard line. There's Deloney on the reception. I don't see any flags down. Yep, there's a flag. Right when I didn't think there was one.
It's going to be roughing the passer. I hope.
Well, that'll be a nice break for once, huh?
Yeah, I think this will be a roughing the passer penalty.
I think they got number 20, didn't they? Is that number 20 who was flagged for the penalty? Yes. That is Milton Mosley. That is the first, I think, real big penalty for the Titans tonight. They've had a couple of offsides in the kickoff, but other than that, they've been relatively clean. Well, that's a huge gain.
Yeah, that's 15 for the penalty, and I don't know exactly what the pass play turned out to be, but it's at least a 30-yard play for the Devils.
Yeah. So it'll be first down and 10. We'll put the football at the Tech 39-yard line, and there is Wyatt Bird getting some nice yardage as he'll get inside the 35. So this might be Richmond's, thanks to that penalty, second-best drive so far here tonight. Now the other question is, can they put some points on the board before halftime? A cold, wet night here in Richmond. There's Bird off the low snap. And again, not much running room. I'm still waiting to see where in the world did Shea Hall went. Is he down on the sidelines? Oh.
Big 76
Yep, there he is.
He wasn't there earlier.
It didn't look like he's hurt, though. That's one of your big offensive tackles not playing. Hall again gets stopped, nowhere to go.
And here he comes. You just wonder if maybe he wasn't sent off the field by one of the officials, the concussion protocol thing.
Yeah.
Maybe they just, took him inside. Trainers took a look at him to see if everything was fine, and obviously he's back in the game, which is a big benefit to the Devils.
There is Gamboa, just a sophomore. Clock down to 3:47 to go. Again, here in the first half of play, Richmond, they've only scored 2 offensive touchdowns in the first 2 games. And so far being shut out here tonight. Second down and 10. Curtis to throw. Sideline pattern. It's up in the air. Is it caught? Yes. Or is he out of bounds? Nope. Well, wait a minute. They're going to say he's out of bounds.
Well, he was out of bounds. Poor official on the sideline over there. He's looking like a traffic cop. He's got 14 different signals going on, The only thing we need from you, big fella, is whether it's complete or not.
Wouldn't be incomplete. Even if he caught it out of bounds, he'd be going like this, right? I mean, don't you go like this?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, kind of like the.
Yeah. Well, the way he looked, it
made
look like he
the
caught
down
it.
Markers down here.
Yeah. 3rd down and 10. Here is Bird again, and boy, big 72 in there for the Titans. It's hard to get by Jalen Walker, 315 pounds. If you want a nose tackle, how about being 6 foot 315? You're not going to get much by him.
So big body in there in the middle of that football field. You might want to try to do your best to run to the left of him or to the right of him. Maybe not right at him.
Or you better have somebody just as big as he is. 4th down now for Richmond. They're going to go for it right here. Curtis to throw. Ball is knocked down. And that falls incomplete as the pass intended for Deloney, and the Red Devils give up the football still with 2:39 remaining here in the opening half of play.
Well, even with that particular play, Troy, you have to get to the first down yardage marker. And even if he catches that football, he's 4 yards shy.
Yeah.
So, once again, shoot yourself in the foot.
So now the Titans, I think they'd be very happy to go into the locker room with a 19-0 lead, but you still have a lot of football to be played at 2:39 to go. They're going to look to throw. And tucking this one under and heading to the sidelines will be Wayne Evans. Here the coaches to our left, they're seeing somebody's wide open downfield.
Well, and to their credit, he was.
So let's call it now 2nd down at about 3, maybe 4. Stop the clock at 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining here in period number 2. Evans can be real dangerous, not only running the football, throwing as well, and there's some movement. Another flag down. And we have seen our share of flags here tonight. So that'll be a false start against Tech, so that'll move him back. You just, I don't know. I mean, Richmond just hasn't, the energy level hasn't been what I expected tonight.
Well, unfortunately, Troy, I think the air out of that balloon continues to slowly leak out, and you have to have something positive happen for you as a football team to continue that excitement.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to build it up prior to when you play, first game of the year, but that only goes so far, and at the end of the day, it's about results. And you just hope that our kids aren't looking at the first 2 games of the year and then looking ahead to who they're going to be playing and go, well, this doesn't look real good.
Yeah.
You don't want to have your football team feeling like they're defeated before they even strap it on and go play.
That gain will get the Titans another first down as they'll put the football at the 45-yard line. There's still 2:20 remaining here in the first half, so they barely run any time off the clock thus far. And running play will go nowhere, maybe a loss of a yard. It may have been McBee once again on the carry. Don't take that back, 32, Christian Smith. So now it'll be 2nd down and about 10. Football knows that the football stays right there at the 45-yard line. Here comes the rush. Evans looking to throw. He will get rid of it, and the pass is going to fall incomplete. So now it'll be 3rd down for the Titans. You know, I'm not so sure that if I am Tech, the way they ran the football in that opening quarter, that I don't just come back and try to run it at Richmond again. Richmond doesn't have a ton of depth on that defensive line. Playing a couple of guys both ways, including their center and Blaine Pierce. Quarterback nearly lost that one. Throw to the near side, and that'll go out of bounds.
That ball slipped out of his hands right from the get-go. Guy was wide open. Now, but here's the thing about if you're Indianapolis Tech, you now have Richmond in a chess game where you're about ready to put checkmate on them, because Richmond's thinking, well, are they going to run? Are they going to pass? Yeah. And if you're Indianapolis Tech, it's like good luck trying to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So kudos to them. And, you know, again, you got a minute 43 here now before halftime. You're going to get the football back. You had a couple of lately, two really good drives, didn't result in positive points. Try to get something positive before halftime, and then go in and hopefully make some adjustments.
So here's the rush and a relatively short punt once again, and that'll go out of bounds on the far side. And so Richmond will take over the football with a minute 37 remaining in this first half of play. As we've said time and time again now, don't make any huge mistakes right here. By the way, the punter, that is Isaiah Hernandez, who is punting tonight for the Titans. See what the Red Devils can do right here. In fact, I don't think Richmond has. Well, they have one timeout remaining. Tech has 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Curtis to throw. Ball will be caught around the 45-yard line. That's Deloney again on the reception. Richmond will have to be very wise right here again with the just one timeout to go. 2nd down and 5.
Well, worst case scenario, you should have the football for the last play of the half if you're Richmond.
Ball caught here on the near side, and that's going to be Carpenter on the reception. Tramel Carpenter this time secured the football and got a first down.
Hey, nice catch for the young man. If I recall correctly, Connersville game, he had a couple early drops, but as that game progressed, he gained a lot of confidence, had a couple nice plays, makes another one there.
We are under 1 minute to go here in the first half. Here's a throw out on the flat. Ball's going to be caught. I think that's Reese once again on the reception. Reese gets inside the 45-yard line. And now Richmond will get a timeout right here. We will take a timeout. That is Richmond's final timeout here. They had to use a couple of those timeouts early. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils trail this one 19-0.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connersville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Well, 45.2 seconds remaining as Richmond trailing at 19-0. See if Richmond can get something here before we head to the locker room. One lone setback as the Red Devils work trips to the left side. Curtis throws. There's Carpenter on the catch. Carpenter at the 20 and brought down close to the 19-yard line.
Another good play.
37 seconds to go. Red Devils have to hurry to the line of scrimmage.
You got plenty of time. The clock stops during the time first down. Now, see, this is what I don't understand this. You've just called a timeout to get your first down. And the clock does not start until the chains are set. They should have had a play called. Not you wasted down here. You had 37 seconds to go. You take the snap from center and you kill it. Now second down. You should have play. You should have your plays in to go ready.
So now the Red Devils with a second down. This one in the air. Ball will be caught. I think that is Reese again. And they're going to have to hurry. 23 seconds. They look to the sideline once again to get the play, but they're going to run out of time here pretty quick if they don't hurry. Curtis. Ball's going to be in the air, and then is it picked off, or did it hit the turf?
Nope, intercepted.
Ball was bobbled for a moment and then came back down, and an interception for the Titans to stop the Red Devils on that drive inside the 20-yard line. Wow. So now the Red Devils they'll definitely go into the locker room down in this one without a point on the board here in the first half. And O'Shea Henderson, he's still limping on the sideline as the Red Devils continue to have their injury problems. But offensively, just nothing going here in the first half. So now the Titans will have the football for the final time. And they fumble it.
And then they throw it in the end zone. I can't believe that.
Wow.
I was just sitting there thinking, you
Touchdown.
don't.
What was that?
I was just sitting here thinking, you got the ball backed up in your own 10. This is where that shotgun and everything from, except underneath center results in 6 points for Richmond.
Wow. I didn't see you recovered the football.
I didn't either, but we got it in the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, I guess this is a weird game sometimes. So now the Red Devils get on the board in a rather strange way. A fumble off the snap. And then you try to pitch it into the end zone, and I'm not sure why. So now the extra point attempt. Here is Huber for the Red Devils. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So Richmond got a gift here at the end of the first half. We're going to keep it right here. 0.7 on the clock. And I don't see any penalty flags down, which is good news. But, sometimes when you're struggling, you take it any way you possibly can.
And I think at the end of that play, you have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, maybe offsetting, a little extracurricular activity there.
So we'll put the penalty flag up there as well and see how this whole thing will eventually pan out. 0.7 remaining on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 19-7.
Yeah, that's a situation where if all you do is take snaps from the shotgun, that's the only scenario in this first half where Richmond's going to score.
Yeah.
Step up behind the center, take the football, take the knee.
Yeah.
And go to halftime leading 19-0.
Because bottom line is, Kyle, you're really not going to get much out of it anyway.
There's no reason to try to get anything out of it.
Yeah,
you got the kickoff to start the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, go to halftime locker room with the football and come out to start the second half with the football.
Well, eventually, by the time this game is over, we'll see if that will be a major factor in the outcome of this one. But the Red Devils still have not. They've just scored 2 touchdowns on offense this year.
2 on offense, 1 on special teams, 1 on defense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad that was Indianapolis Tech that had that unfortunate set of circumstances there, not us, because I'd have been eating my hat if that was us.
And you're already full from the pizza and the cake, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So here's the kickoff. 0.7 on this one, and we'll get to the locker room on this cold and rainy night. And guess what? Somebody's offsides again.
Good Lord Almighty.
You know, the thing is, Kyle, you just got to watch the football. Just watch it. When he kicks it, then I can go.
If the guy's 5 yards down the field, I get it. His helmet might have been in front of the football there. Okay. Like I said, I've been watching for 50 years, and I've not seen 3 in 50 years, and I've seen 3 in the first half.
Maybe he's meticulous. Maybe he likes to follow the rules.
Well, maybe he'd do it on somebody else's time.
Not yours. This time the kick will be a kick along the ground, and guess what? It went out of bounds. We may not get this first half over with because there's another flag down.
Well, that's be an illegal procedure. I don't know if you have to kick it over or if Tech can actually take the football at the spot the ball went out of bounds.
They're going to make him kick it again. Hugh. Well, Tech is hoping to get a return here. 0.7 on the clock. Richmond looking to get to the locker room without any further damage being done here in the first half of play. There's that squib kick again, and that's going to do it. We have finally made it to halftime. It has not been a good first half for the Red Devils. They got a gift at the end of the first half. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with our halftime report in just a few moments. Stay right there. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
We're at halftime. Red Devils trail at 19-7. Richmond getting a score right at the end of the first half thanks to a botched play by Indianapolis Tech. So the Red Devils do get on the board in the first half. Troy Nargowski along with Kyle Ingram. Want to remind you tonight's game being brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Jason has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school, group, or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school, group, or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. You can give him a call at 969-3400, 969-3400. Well, the first half did not go the way the Red Devils had hoped, and we'd said the one thing they were going to have to do tonight is they were going to have to move the football, and that has not happened. No offensive points here this evening. They've had a couple of drives, but we use that word consistency, and that hasn't been the case in the first half either. So now, knowing what information you have available to you going into the second half, how do you get this offense going now?
Boy, Troy, it's a great question.
The only kind I ask.
I wish I had a great answer for you. No, I really think that the last three drives we had of the second quarter were really good drives that we didn't get anything to show for them.
Yeah.
A couple of breakdowns that if you're able to just eliminate the things that didn't go well and just focus on the good things there offensively, those last three drives. Build upon that. And try to convince the young men that, look, this just let's look back 2 weeks ago when we came in this locker room 16-0 ahead.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, a play here, a play there, Uncle Mo switches sidelines, and the kids can build off of that. Now, offensively, for the better part of 2.5 games, East and West, we've been, ad nauseum. That's basically all we've talked about. At some point in time, I don't know who the offensive line coach is. At some point in time, you got to grab those guys by the face mask and say, hey, look, fellas, it's time to man up.
Yeah.
Because you are getting whooped.
Yeah.
And not just a little bit whooped. You're getting whooped. You're getting manhandled. And basically, you are being embarrassed.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to stand up or handle that particular challenge, then by golly, make a change.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're being recruited by Division I AA, Division III. I don't care if you're being recruited to play flag football.
Yeah.
You're not getting the job done for me up front. I'm going to find some bodies who will. And that might be the little smallest guy on the team.
Yeah.
But if he's going to stick his nose in there and get it bloody and going to prevent that guy from in front of him from getting to my quarterback from making that tackle, then by golly, that's who I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
You can't do anything in football And we've talked about it before on either side of the football. If you don't have that defensively, that front seven that can take care of things up front, you can't move the football offensively if you don't have, from tackle to tackle, guys who want to be the bigger, better man. And right now, I don't want to use the word finesse. I mean, I hate that word, when it comes to football. But for right now, we are a smoke and mirrors football team offensively.
Yeah.
Where we're trying to make things look like we're doing things one way when we're actually wanting to do them another way, and we're not doing any of it.
Yeah.
So, in that case, Abe even touched on it a little bit. We cut our playbook in half. We're going to do the things that our quarterback can do well, which I think the last 3 series of the second quarter you saw them do. Well, if that means cutting it back even further and going to basic football,
then do it.
Then do it.
Yeah.
He's coming in here, Abe has. He's coming in here wanting to kind of reinvigorate things. He's got a tall order in front of him. But there's only one way really to do that if you want to rebuild, and that is to put your stamp on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Put your name on it and go from there. At Indianapolis Northwest, he goes 5-5 in 2 years, both years, Mm-hmm. But, their teams didn't beat anybody above 2A.
Yeah.
Okay? He mentioned after the Connersville game that it was Connersville's Super Bowl. That the first half they did things well, and the second half he saw the football team do things like they did last year. Well, last year the football team wasn't really that bad. Last year's football team beat Connersville 27-0. Maybe it's about time that these kids and this staff focus on this particular game or next week being your Super Bowl. If that's what it takes,
yeah.
Okay, then let's start putting the emphasis on let's get things done today, or this thing it's gonna fly away on you.
Red Devils trail it 19-7. We'll come back and update you on the latest scoreboard. There are a couple of college football games that are going on today, Major League Baseball and more. We'll see if we can run down some of the high school scores from around the area as well. Stay right there. This is Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at imfarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connersville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
We have a couple of scores we can tell you about. Centerville is now leading Shenandoah 21-13 in their contest. Northeastern is winning their game as well as they're playing Eastern Hancock. If we can get another score on that one, we'll certainly pass that along as scores continue to come in from around the area and around the state. Of course, we'll have a scoreboard for you either later tonight or tomorrow. Early, bright, and early tomorrow morning. See if we can pick up another one right here. Kokomo leading Marion 14-7. We'll see Marion in here in a couple of weeks. See, we had a Muncie Central score here a couple of moments ago, but I don't see it as popping up again. Right when I was looking for it, it's no longer there. So if we get any more scores, we'll pass those along coming up in just a few moments. College football tonight, number 8 Washington is playing at Rutgers. Rutgers leading that one 6-0 in the first half of play, first quarter of play. And later tonight, it'll be number 9 Wisconsin taking on Utah State. Yes, and the Browns did cut Brock Osweiler as he will get paid $16 million to do nothing. Major League Baseball, a final. Cleveland beat Detroit 3-2. One of the final, the Cubs shutting out Atlanta. That final up 2-0. Other games underway. Toronto, Baltimore, no score. Bottom of the fourth. Also bottom of the fourth, Boston leading the Yankees 2-1. Top of the fourth inning, Cleveland over Detroit 4-0. Top of the first, the Angels downing Texas 2-0. Bottom of one, Tampa Bay on top of the White Sox 2-0. And also the bottom of the first, Kansas City and Minnesota, no score. Top of the fourth inning, Reds lead the Pirates 4-2. Miami over Philadelphia 1-0. Bottom of the fourth, bottom of the first inning, it's Milwaukee 1 and Washington 0. We'll come back. The second half is just around the corner. The Red Devils and the Titans battling it out here in the North Central Conference here at Leibold Field. We'll come back with your second half right here at Radio Troy Digital Sports.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters. A division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-size volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
We're ready for the second half. Red Devils, by the way, looks like they'll be without the one starting receiver as O'Shea Henderson has gone to the sidelines. In fact, he'd come out for warm-ups. In fact, you can see him sitting right there. Since I have control of the camera, let's get a look at him here. There he is. O'Shea went down right before the half and came out for warm-ups, and Kyle had noticed him coming to the bench, and he had to be helped to the bench, so I'm not sure what type of an injury he had. It looked like he was, at the time of the injury, it was his right leg. So it looks like he may not be back. By the way, I also see one of our starting linebackers from last week, Bryce Brown. He did not suit up tonight. And I also believe the other one that didn't suit up tonight defensively was Caleb Ellis. That's Ellis, 44 right there. So you're missing 2 starting linebackers for the Red Devils. I think that Abe sent me a text yesterday, and I forgot to mention it, that the Red Devils have 20 players on what you would consider the disabled list. 20. That's a lot of kids. But now you're missing, of course, the I mentioned with Ellis out and with Bryce Brown not playing tonight, to your starting linebackers.
Well, if those kids are not playing 2 linebackers, you know that they've got reasons not to be playing. I mean, it's the Brown kid. He's as competitive as anybody out there, so it probably burns him that he can't play.
Yeah, he hurt the shoulder a couple of weeks ago. As now there will be a return here by the Titans as they'll try to get to the outside. Good special teams play by the Red Devils, and another flag is down. This flag is laying at about, I think, maybe 44. I saw that flag come out pretty quick.
Well, guess what? We've had a kickoff with no offsides.
What do you think about that, huh?
Well,
see, you blasting that guy just trying to make a living? The guy's trying to do his job.
Well, he's not being paid by the hour. Straight salary. Game checks already in his pocket.
That's true. All right, so first down. Football will be marked back to the what? Once they put it back
inside
what,
the 20. Yeah.
18-yard line. Well, they really took that back.
It's probably a spot foul, Troy, where the holding occurred on the return. They're in around the 28-yard line or whatever it was, and start out with potential field position if you're Tech at your 40. Now you're backed up inside your 20.
Once again, Evans, the starting quarterback, will bring his offense to the line of scrimmage. He didn't finish well at the end of the first half. As we mentioned, the Titans fumbled the football, threw it in the end zone. Red Devils were able to jump on it, and here's a big run all the way out to around the 45-yard line to start the quarter.
That's how we started the football game. Their first play went right up the middle for a touchdown, and they came back basically with the same play in the second half for a gain of about 30 yards.
Looked like that was Elijah Chateau there for the Titans on the carry. Just underway here in the third. Well, I thought in the first half, as the Titans are going to run the football again, I thought that they stopped running right at Richmond with that big. They got a big offensive line. You look at those guys up front, you're talking about 300, 290, 250, 225, and 250. And I thought they really manhandled the Red Devils up front in that early portion of the first quarter.
Sometimes coaches get a little bit too smart for their own good. Want to get deep into their playbook instead of just sticking with what's working well. And it looks like they had a little conversation with themselves and decided that we're going to run the football.
Here's a run once again by the Titans, as that'll go out of bounds on the far side. No flags are down, I don't think. So second down now for the Titans. Second down at about 7. Red Devils here looking at trying to get a stop right out of the gate, but so far the Titans have been able to move the football. They'll run it right at Richmond again. There to make the stop for the Red Devils. Number 92, which I don't think we've called his number tonight. And I don't think we even have him on our roster.
Tight.
Unless, I don't know where number 92 had come from, as the Titans will now throw the football.
There's pass interference.
Yep. Holguin will be called for the interference. So that will put the Titans in really good field position. That was a pretty good throw that time by Evans.
It was a really good throw, a really good call, and a no question pass interference penalty.
So first down now for the Titans. Richmond has won the first 2 meetings between the Titans and the Red Devils, but right now it is Tech on top of this one, 19-7, and threatening to get on the board again.
Stay front side. Stay front side.
10:47 to go.
You get it back.
There's the run again, and boy, I tell you what, strong run. Looked like 32 once again there for the Titans. That's going to be Christian Smith on the carry.
Yeah, little number 32. He's so small behind those big guys up front. You give him the football, and everybody's looking around. Where'd it go? There he just went.
Yeah. Powerful running back. Well, they're going to run again right up the middle. And still getting some good yardage down to about the 10. And right now, the line of scrimmage being won by the Titans.
Well, you called that earlier, Troy, when you talked about why they got away from it, running the football, and were throwing it around a little bit there in the first half. And from your perspective, you're spot on. It looks like they've kind of gone back to what they do best, what they do well, and daring Richmond to stop what it is we do well.
Exactly. Well, the ball gets loose and on the roll around the end, could make something positive out of it and scores. How in the world? And there's a flag down.
Well, that play's coming back.
Yeah.
That play's coming back.
Evans got away from the Richmond defenders and able to still get something positive, but there's that flag right there.
It's either a hold or a clip.
The wind is starting to pick up too, by the way. Well, that certainly helps. Boy, Tech has shot themselves in the foot a couple of times, haven't they?
Yes, but okay, personal foul. What did they hold? Did they clip?
They're not going to tell you.
Nope.
The Tech will have the football at the 35-yard line, so now you're looking at 1st and goal from the 35. Evans with a lone setback, and you see 3 receivers now to the short side of the field. They'll throw that way and nowhere to go. Great defensive play for Richmond. Looks like that may have been Stephen Huber coming up to make the stop. So Huber able to shed off a couple of blockers. 9:20 to go here in the third. Evans will keep it this time. Finds running room to the outside. No containment out there. And he will score. Unless there's a flag down.
Yeah.
35 yards on the score. And the Red Devils down 25-7.
Richmond may have gotten away with one there after the score.
You go for one, yeah. You go for one here. You don't go for 2 here. You go for one.
Boy, Richmond really in a hole right now.
No. You go for one here because you miss it. It's making it. Hey, tell Henderson.
So now the extra point attempt. This is Hernandez in to attempt the extra point. The kick is on the way, and it is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond has a long way to go on this one tonight as they now trail this one 26-7. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Well, Richmond will get the football back, down 26-7, 9:01 remaining here in the third. So now let's see if Richmond can get again that offense rolling, which it again just has not been there tonight. Ball squibbed along the ground again. Richmond not much of a return as we'll get out to about the 25, maybe 26-yard line. Oh, there's a little push and a little shove right there.
He just threw a punch. Tell him to talk to that. He didn't take him out of the game, man. He just threw a punch at the guy.
Well, they didn't see it, though. The official didn't see that punch, did they?
Nope.
Well, I'll give the Tech coaches credit. They were after their player for throwing that punch.
Yeah, my man to my left right here, I think if he'd have been down on the sideline, he'd have run out there and grabbed him himself.
All right, Richmond football 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Richmond will run it. There is Bird getting away, and Bird, nice run across the 50. Down to around the 48-yard line. Well, finally some life. Well, you said it earlier, too, Kyle. These guys up front, they're going to have to really show that they can open up some holes and block and keep that block sustained longer than they do.
Exactly. Go to the whistle.
Yeah, I saw that a little bit last week, and I told Coach about that. I just thought that sometimes they didn't block as well as they could have, as there's another nice game. And there's a flag.
He didn't get him on the last one, so he got him now.
That penalty is going to go on Romello McGee, the linebacker. He was the one who threw a punch a little bit ago at Davis, Colton Davis of Richmond. Now you look at Davis up front and Blaine Pierce, not as big as certainly Davis or Shea Hall, but those two guys are 6'6", 6'7". They're big fellas. You would think they'd be opening up a few more holes. You know, I think even Shea Hall. I would say just myself, those two guys ought to be in the weight room a little bit more.
Well, this is where I will go back to the previous regime and ask what it was they demanded from that couple young men prior to this year. What kind of direction and guidance did they get? What kind of technique were they taught? I mean, you know, you're a big guy, but if you don't understand the position, and you're basically just instructed to block the guy in front of you. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
There's more to being an offensive lineman than just lining up in front of somebody and getting in their way.
Yeah.
So now let's fast forward to this year. What kind of instruction and guidance are they getting from their offensive line coach?
Yeah.
You know, what are they learning? What are they being taught to prepare them? That's 15.
Boy, he got slung down. I don't see a flag, though. Things getting a little dicey.
A little chippy.
It was Jalen Turner, wasn't it?
TC.
63?
Yep.
TC.
Turner's the Division I player they have on this team that's a real man, and boy, he manhandled Bird that time. 1st and 10, or take that back, 3rd and 12. Throw toward the end zone falls incomplete. The pass behind the intended receiver, Darrell Deloney. I think he was wide open over the middle. But the pass went to the outside.
Well, this is the third week, and this is the third week in a row that we have seen that pass pattern, and they're not on the same page.
Yeah.
He's thrown it to the far pylon, and the guy is basically running straight down the field. Somebody is not on the same page there. You just don't run to the open spot because it's there. You run the route that you're supposed to run.
Yeah. 4th down and 10. Richmond this time will come to the near side, and that's going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended on the near side, I think. That was Tremel Carpenter.
That was a good defensive play. I know a lot of people want some pass interference there, but that was a really That was well defended. Nicely thrown football. Tip your hat to the Tech Titans. They defended it well.
Now Richmond again unable to do anything with the football offensively. The 7 points they got at the end of the first half came off the botched play by Tech. So Richmond shut out so far here tonight. So now Tech will get the football back. Evans once again, the quarterback, hands it off, and they're going to run back up the middle again, get about 5 yards on the carry. I just don't know how you couldn't run with this offensive line, and they've been steadily, especially if you go Turner and Williams on that left side, 302.90. 748.
We're just doing the play-by-play, my son, and not getting paid to be the football coach.
Evans to throw. That'll be dropped. There's some late activity again. Both teams getting a little frustrated. You have an updated roster over there? Because I'm not sure number 92 is for Richmond.
I do not have set updated roster.
So you can bring one up. I don't think that could have been Sanders either. He's not playing. So now 3rd down and 4.
Stay front side.
Tech running the football over the left side once again, and that'll be a first down. I think a young man's 92 is a young man who transferred in from Gary, Indiana, but I don't have his name. So now first down for the Titans, trips to the near side.
He did it when he threw it right.
Wow. Well, that was Isaac Halverson, who was a backup quarterback, unable to hold on to the football.
Well, so far tonight, unfortunately for Richmond, the only people to stop Indianapolis Tech offensively has been Indianapolis Tech.
Yeah.
All the way back. All the way back.
Boy, somebody's offsides right there. I'm not sure what was going on.
That's got to be 23 for Richmond. He went up to get into press coverage, which you like the you like that approach, but you got to stay on your side of the football.
Yeah, that was Narcisse there for Richmond who went offsides.
But what was really kind of funny there is that one right in front of the referee and 2 coaches from Richmond.
Yeah.
He did it twice. The first time, they kind of gave him a pass. Then he went back there again. And then both coaches are sitting there. Hey, young man, please.
There we go. I said,
there's goodbye. Run. Uh-oh.
I told you to cut all
there
the way
is.
Back.
Touchdown.
Just like I said it would. Just like I said it would.
That is Robert McBee on the touchdown, and the Red Devils
just like I said it would. Cut all the way
give
back.
up the long run. That goes 53 yards. And the Red Devils down in this one 32-7.
Well, my man from Indianapolis Tech, the assistant coach sitting to my left, has, for the better part of the football game, been talking about the cutback play off the dive play, and they haven't been listening to him, and finally they ran it, and it went for about 60 yards. So I have to give the man credit.
The extra point.
He made the right call.
Yep. And the extra point is good. 33-7 in the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Red Devils down 33-7. By the way, 92 is Dorian Gordon. We didn't have him on our roster, so remember, thank you, Zay Webster. It is Dorian Gordon. He doesn't even have a logo on his helmet yet. So the Red Devils will get the football back. We'll turn out near the 28-yard line. We don't have an updated roster here in the press box, which is highly unusual.
Okay, I got to be honest with you. The lady, when I pulled in, wanted to know if I wanted to know an updated roster, and I turned it down. Sorry. I said, no, Troy's got one already. So I'm sorry.
Didn't.
So all you listeners out there, that's my fault.
By the way, Brandon took a shot that time. That one falls incomplete. We'll keep the football at the 29-yard line. Richmond again trying to run the football, and boy, just nothing there again against that big defensive line, and the Red Devils are going to be faced with a quick 3rd down and long. .5:47 remaining in the third. Low snap. Curtis looks to throw, and boy, big hit on the near side right when the ball was getting there. And it falls incomplete. Intended for Tremel Carpenter. And he took a shot. Looked like 35 was there, and they don't have a 35 listed on their roster. So we usually call those guys, until we find out who they are, we call them Clint Eastwood.
Well, old Clint just made a great play right there.
Well, I tell you what, Centerville, if they can pull off a win tonight, I'm trying to get an updated score from their game tonight, because that'd be a huge win for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they were beating Shenandoah early.
Yeah.
Boy, that would be fantastic.
They've done a great job as the Titans will get the football back in really good field position.
When you talk about a football coach who's turned things around.
Yeah. He has.
Now, I know 2 or 3 years ago they were a really, really young football team, kind of like what we have here.
Yeah.
But that guy's come in there and turned that entire thing around and did it in a hurry.
Centerville now leading 34-27. So the Bulldogs still up in their contest. Right now, the Red Devils trail at 33-7 as Tech will have the football once again, and they're going to try to run it. Nowhere to go this time. Richmond stiff up front. There's big 93 for the Red Devils. That is Jackson Haynes. And, of course, we just mentioned that young man's name a little bit ago as well, in Dorian Gordon. Gordon, looks like he's going to be a edge rusher for Richmond.
He's got good size.
Yes,
looks like he's 6'3" or 4.
Yeah, he's. I saw him at practice, and they finally get him in the lineup here today. There's another run right up the middle.
Good job.
Another first down for the Titans.
And there's that little guy, 4'5", that everybody's looking for. Where's the football? Oh, there it just went. get behind those big old guys from Tech. They do a great job of sustaining and maintaining their blocks. And, the little guy's 4, 5, 6 yards down the field before anybody really realizes where he is.
He may not like that. He's actually 5'8".
He's 5'8". I'm 6'10".
Well, they're going to run at him again, and Red Devils get a stop this time after a short gain.
I told him in practice there's only one guy. There's one guy left out there, and he said always want to pull the ball. Only
See
one
if
guy
any
out
other
there.
updated scores we can pass along to you from around the area. Some are not coming in as quick as, by the way, Anderson leading their game 28-21.
Who's Anderson playing?
I'll tell you here in a minute. Tech football. There's the pitch, and Richmond tried to get the stop and still made something positive out of it, though the Red Devils may have a hurt player. Down on the field for Richmond is Connor Necessary, and Connor, he had surgery on that knee, that right knee, and this looked like he may have caught it right on the shoulder. So they're going to check him out. Let's see if I still have that information for you tonight. Anderson is home against Muncie Central, who we will see next week. We'll travel to Muncie to see the Bearcats. So there is a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Again, that is Connor Necessary. They'll check him out. We'll come back in a moment. This is Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Now Connor, you see, being taken off the field, and it may be a shoulder. I mentioned he had that knee injury and had surgery, came back, did not play last week, I believe, because of that knee, and back in the lineup as the starting linebacker here tonight, and I think he caught that one right on that right shoulder pad. 3:37 here in the third, and it's all Tech. They'll run the football again, and I'll tell you what, if I'm Tech, that's all I have to do now.
Yep.
Because I can run a whole lot of time off that clock. I think those Tech coaches took my tape, too, by the way. See? Hey, tape's hard to come by these days. They have a very, very low budget.
Yeah. They've put it to good use, though.
Yes, they have. 4th down and 2.
Hand it off right here. Hand it off. There you go. Why did you not hand it off? We told him last week.
And I think that the
might have gotten a
is
stop.
going to be short, and Richmond will take over. Who are you signaling? Oh, there's O'Shea.
O'Shea's on crutches.
O'Shea is done for the night. So another injured player. If you look along the sidelines, and there we mentioned already that Bryce Brown is out. We'd also mentioned that Caleb Ellis is out. I also just noticed that Vance is on the sidelines. If that's the 55 Vance, which I thought he was supposed to start tonight, it might be a different one. So they've changed his number, so it's not Mikey Vance. But there are a couple other players. The other one we haven't seen tonight is Trayshawn Jones, the other big wide receiver, but he has had some issues just getting to practice. That doesn't help. That ball in the air, and it'll be knocked down or picked off. It was picked off, I believe, and it was intercepted. So Tech comes up with the interception. And they'll get the football back here in the third quarter, and nothing going Richmond's way here tonight. So the defense back out on the field.
Well, if getting to practice is a problem, then you don't play.
Exactly.
But it's kind of hard to imagine not being able to get to practice when practice starts right after school. So
I hear you.
Where does that problem lie?
That's a big problem, yeah. Tech football once again, and they will keep it on the ground, and boy, you get that little scrum going right there. They're going to get about 5 yards out of it. We still, by the way, we're still in the third quarter, which is hard to believe. Been a long second half so far.
Yes, in a lot of ways.
Necessary, by the way, they see them. They've now taken off the shoulder pads, and they're really checking out that right shoulder. I was trying to see who else I could see down there that's not dressed out as far as might have been Vander is out, too. There's a ball thrown downfield and dropped. That was a sure touchdown for the Titans. That was Derek Ball.
Looked like last night's IU-Ohio State game when Ohio State was struggling early and young man dropped a wide-open touchdown pass.
Yes, he did.
He did come back to redeem himself, though, on 2 or 3 different occasions.
That pass was going on. Cooper Vandevander is another starter that is not playing tonight. So I'm not sure how many guys that are on the injured list. I know they said 20, but we've now named 3 or 4 starters that have not seen any action here tonight. There it is again. Big hole right side. Inside the 15. Down to around the 10. There he is again, that little 5'8" running back in Christian Smith.
5'2". But anyway, these injuries, as this season progresses, and if it continues to progress in this manner, some of the young men are going to have to understand the difference between being hurt
and being injured.
Yeah. And, little nicks and bruises and that type thing, it happens in the game of football. And, when things aren't going your way collectively as a football team, and right now it looks like, Richmond's got a tall task if they're going to come back this evening. The easiest thing to do if you're a player is to take the easy way out and, my ankle hurts, my knee hurts, my shoulder hurts. I'm not saying that these kids aren't injured.
That's a 4-yard touchdown run. And the Red Devils now trail at 39-7.
And this is where, as a football staff, your coaches, this is where you find out where your football team's really at.
Yeah.
Who really wants to play? From the standpoint of who's going to still compete.
Yeah.
Who's going to compete?
So now the extra point. And this one will be blocked. 53.9 remaining here in the third. And again, it is all Indianapolis Tech as they lead it 39-7.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
I mentioned next week we'll be on the road as Richmond will travel to Muncie, and then the week after that back home against Marion. But right now the Red Devils have a long way to go even in this one. Do you, at some point with the offense unable to get anything going, do you make a change at quarterback? Do you just stay with what you're doing and try to fix it as quickly as you can? What do you do to get this offense going?
I think you evaluate all 11 players. The easiest finger to point to is the quarterback when you not put points on the board.
Yeah.
But he can't snap it. He can't run it. He can throw it. He can run it if he's asked to run it. He can't block unless he's asked to block.
There's another flag, by the way.
Surely after 3 games, they've got enough film to understand and look at who's doing the job, who's not doing it.
Yeah.
You've got, we did have 70 players. Half of them seem to be on the injured list right now. Troy, I just don't think it's time to panic. Panic may not be the right word. Reevaluate each individual position.
By the way, I should mention that I just saw that Delonte Hampton is also on the sidelines. He is one of your starting defensive backs. I knew a lot of these guys were a little banged up, but I wasn't quite sure that they were not going to be playing at all here tonight. Richmond football 1st and 10 following the penalty. That could be close to the final play of the third quarter.
And I do think they've made a switch at quarterback this possession.
Yeah, that is the freshman Zach Hill, 6'3", 205 pounds. So Hill coming in wearing number 8 now at quarterback. They can let the time run out. I think they will, as we have hit the end of the third quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one 39-7.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Hi, this is Troy Darengowski from Radio Troy Digital Sports. You know what, staying in shape isn't always the easiest thing to do. So to help assist me, I work out in just one place, that's Family Fitness. I can do everything from lifting, body pump, kick fit, body flow, kettlebell, Zumba, CrossFit, and more. So if you're looking for a great way to stay or get into shape, check out Family Fitness Works in Richmond. Give them a call at 935-9191 or go to their website, familyfitnessworks.com.
Back here at Leibold Field as we get set for the final 12 minutes, and Richmond on the verge of falling to 0-3 unless they come up with a huge comeback here in this fourth quarter. We mentioned, though, a change at quarterback as Zach Hill has now stepped in. He's a big kid, though, 6'3", 200-plus pounds, and he will take over this offense as the Red Devils try to run the football, and nothing there up the middle. I don't remember the last time that the Red Devils have had a freshman quarterback.
I don't know if ever.
Yeah. Now, he hadn't started, of course,
Not
and
started.
That's one thing, but even playing at the varsity level, usually you'll see somebody come in as a sophomore or a junior, but Zach is going to get some playing time here tonight. We mentioned again 6'3", 205 pounds. This is I don't think he's ever played the quarterback at a smaller level, talking to him, or at the lower levels. Richmond again trying to find some running room and nothing there. Well, I'm looking along that sideline, and we were just talking about one of the young guys in there, Dorian Gordon. They're checking him out too. He might be a little banged up as well. I'm not sure if they're going to have anybody left by the time it's all said and done. Tell you what, I was at practice as Hill looks to throw his first varsity pass and makes the completion out to the 35-yard line. That's going to be Cody Reese. I was at practice the other day, and there was probably a good 13 different players that were sitting on the bench that were hurt then, so they must have had a rough week of practice. So I think right now the Red Devils' best thing they can do is just try to eat some clock here and make something positive happen, and have to regroup and get ready for next week. That is Reese on the carry. Going to get a yard or so, and there's another flag down. Well, that's the last thing we need right now is another delay in this one. And they go against the Titans.
Their coach is about to pull. He's pulling out their whole line right now. All the line. He's switching them out.
Well, there's all kinds of changes. There's Richmond is going to bring the punting unit on. That must have gone against the Red Devils.
I thought it was just second down. How did I miss it down? Did I miss it?
Well,
they must have declined it too. It'd be the way it looks like, right?
Unless it's a dead ball, unless it's after the fact, at which point then they take the penalty and it becomes 4th and 18 or whatever the case may be. If that happened during the live action, yeah, they'll decline it. There he goes, dead ball.
Well, that'll give the Titans some pretty good field position unless Deloney can boom one right here. That was a high snap, and that might have been partially blocked, or did they get the punter?
Well, you can't call rough on the punter if they've got a block on the kick.
There is a flag down.
Well, the white hat threw.
Yeah, he's calling it roughing the kicker, but I thought it was blocked.
Sure looked like it was blocked to me, but he's not.
Who's telling him to block the punt? Come on, man, we got to be smarter than that. One of the coaches got to be down there.
Well, they're going to mark off the penalty.
That might be an automatic first down.
It could be. Well, there's Hill back out there, so the penalty will give Richmond a first down. Well, the Red Devils will now have the football back, and they're going to move it all the way out to the, 35-yard line. $9:30, should take that back, 9:43 to go here in the fourth. Richmond just nothing to cheer about much here tonight. The one score they got, again, that was the mistake made by Tech right before the half. Hill's going to throw. He's coming near sideline, and it's underthrown. It was intended for Deloney. That was Jalen Allen. He's an all-NCC performer. It's another one. He was broken up tonight. Well, they're going to let the freshman throw a little bit.
Why not?
Yeah, second down and 10. Now there's a fumble on the exchange, and Richmond's going to lose some big-time yardage right there. When you're not familiar with one another, you don't get the reps in practice like Hill generally does or doesn't, and sometimes that exchange can be a little bit awkward.
Sometimes the running back sees the hole before he's got the ball and wants to take off before he gets it.
Boy, nowhere to go that time as Richmond gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Tell them to play safe.
So it's going to be 4th down as Richmond ain't able to do anything with the football. And the punting unit coming back out once again.
Play safe.
That is Deloney standing inside his own 15-yard line. And we just haven't had much to tell you about here tonight. It's been a long night. Richmond, I think, has taken a kind of a step back. That's going to be a short punt here to the near side. I know that may be hard to say. I just thought they played sharper last week against what would be considered a better football team. But I'll tell you what, tonight, Tech has played physical. They've come out. They've run it at Richmond. They've made some mistakes, but they've I think, shown confidence behind that big offensive line. And when they needed some yards, they've gotten them with the help of Christian Smith, their fullback, at 185 pounds.
Yes, they've lined up and come right at us.
They have fed the monster several times, and he has produced. And let's see if they'll do it again. Nope. Here, the coach to our left wanting him to pitch the football, and he didn't.
Please do not run that with him.
It's actually more fun to listen to them.
It sure is. And he's got such a good point, too, because if the quarterback does pitch it, there's nothing but green grass between him and the red end zone.
Yeah. Quarterback had the option to keep it, decided to keep it. Second down, and we'll call it 9.
Get right behind Smith.
This time he's going to keep it and come to the near side and get some yardage close to the 35. Evans on the keeper. Should be good enough for another first down.
Man. Talking to the referees for.
Yeah, they did get the first down.
Looks like we have an official's timeout.
Yeah, one of the guys went down with a cramp.
And we'll take a quick timeout as well as Red Devils trail at 39-7 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. This is Richmond football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Let's see if we can pick up the injured player. That is number 5. That's Wanya Evans. Evans, we mentioned, the starting quarterback. And now we wait and see who's going to be the quarterback. Yeah, Halverson's going to come in. We saw Halverson earlier as a backup wide receiver. He is a quarterback as well, so he'll step in at first down and 10, 7-12 remaining.
9 is not open right now.
Trips to the right side here for Tech.
It's not open anymore.
Ball's in the air, and it's going to be dropped right in front of the goal line. Double coverage there for the Red Devils, and ball's incomplete.
Well, that ball was well thrown for a backup quarterback. That kid makes that catch. That's a touchdown, I do believe.
You bet. Of course, I'm still thinking, run the football.
Yeah, just keep the clock running at this point in time.
Yeah, you don't need to be throwing it with the 39-7 lead. There he is again. That's the little fullback that we refer to, Christian Smith, at only 5'8". Well, I'm like you. I don't think he's 5'8", but I guarantee he's all 185 pounds. 6:36 to go.
Well, on a brighter note, tomorrow the Richmond High School boys tennis team has their invitational, and they are undefeated, 8-0 so far.
Yeah.
So congrats to them, and good luck tomorrow.
Halverson to throw, took a hit, and that ball way out of bounds as it falls incomplete. Not sure why they're throwing, though. I guess the only thing you can look at is you're trying to work on some things for next week or down the road and see if something may work. You get a look at it on film.
I understand the idea of wanting to, quote unquote, don't want to run the score up, but I also agree with, I've got to find ways to make my football team better, and it's not up to me to
stop me,
to mail it in.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to stop me.
Halverson's going to throw again, and this time I think he made the completion he did at around the 10-yard line. On the reception was Derek Ball. Ball 6'1", 180 pounds. He is a junior. So Halverson, the third throw.
Tell you what, that's two. He's thrown right on the money, and the one he threw out of bounds, the guy was covered, is the best place for him to throw it.
Yeah.
It was in the concession stand, but that's closed.
There the run up the middle, get a couple of yards.
Doug, do not snap the ball until it is 1 second on the clock.
They're going to let that play clock run down, and that'll take some more time off the game clock, which is down to 5:20. And we'll have some scores for you on our website, radiotroy.com. If you're like me, I'd like to go home and get under some warm blankets. Way too early for a fall feeling. There's going to be a timeout. So we will take a timeout as well. 39-7 on Wesley Bates. Well, they're going to take a timeout. They will. So we'll take the timeout right here on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Scoreboard. Red Devils trail at 39-7.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters. A division of Richmond Power and Light.
5:05 remaining after the timeout. Tech will try to add points on the board. They'll throw it over the middle.
Touchdown.
Ball's going to be caught, and I believe he held on, and that'll be a touchdown. And there he is again, Derek Ball. 45-7. They might be paying us back a little bit for that Hail Mary pass. Hey, you remember that?
Well, how do you remember this?
Of course, Abe wasn't there, but they're going to take it on us anyway. Here's the extra point attempt. No good once again. So there's one area of concern for Tech. It may be the kicking game on the extra point. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 45-7, Tech on top. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Well, on the kickoff, Red Devils will have the football very close to that 40-yard line. Let's see if Richmond will stay with the freshman as Zach Hill coming back out once again. Well, one thing I guess you better do the rest of the way in this one, Kyle, is make sure after we've talked about all the players that have gone down, is don't get any more players hurt, right?
Correct. Not in this game.
Yeah, you're a little late now.
I see these. I don't know how many of his offensive linemen, original offensive linemen are in there, but I think Shea's still in there.
Well, they blocked that time like they were not in there as Wyatt Bird got drilled. Now you got a couple of those Tech players kind of pinning their ears back, coming right at him. That was Jashawn Harney, backup defensive lineman who was in there real quick. He's still dancing over it. 4:24. Hill's going to throw, and ball's going to be caught near side 39-yard line, and there is Deloney. Boy, he caught that one, the defensive back all over him, Jalen Allen.
And it was a nice pass by our freshman quarterback, too. Threw it to a spot. Deloney ran to it. Give credit to Indianapolis Tech. It was well defended, too.
3rd down and 8 now for Richmond. See, the Red Devils will go with 4 receivers. They'll split them even to each side. Here is Hill to throw again. Ball caught 45 and then going the wrong way. You know, the one thing that some of these players, Carpenter made the catch, and it's still ingrained, I think, in their mind that they try to go to the sideline instead, make the catch, and get upfield. And I just think that comes with a lack of playing football, you know? I mean, it's got to be.
That, and maybe also to the athlete credit, trying to make something happen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, try to get to the sideline and then turn it up the field.
Boy, but we just haven't had the speed to get to the outside. Here's Hill. He's going to look to throw, dumps it short. That is your other backup quarterback. That is Alex Snedeker, who's been getting the start at least one start at receiver last week. 3:13 remaining. Well, I can tell you right now, Colton Davis is on the sideline. Who else is over here? From a starting standpoint, they may have cleaned off the entire offensive line. I don't think there's a starter out there now. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's not. Well, no, Shea Hall's still in.
Shea's still in.
Yeah. Here's a run.
Attaboy.
A nice run for a first down. Wyatt Bird on the carry. Well, they're going to see about a yard short, third down. And we're under the 3-minute mark. Bird's going to get the first down on the carry. Right now, let's have no more penalties here the rest of the way. Trying to get the time off this clock, and now you're going to have to really do, as you said, some evaluating for next week before we go to Muncie. They were losing to Anderson earlier. Richmond is, at times, I remember a few years ago, went to Muncie. Had a really, I thought, a good football team. Muncie wasn't very good at all and went up there, got beat 16-0.
Well,
don't think you're going to go up there and just have your way.
Nope.
I think I'm going to blame tonight on just the cold weather. I think nobody was ready for fall. So what do you think? Can I do that?
You know, you're the man. You can do whatever you want, sir.
Yeah, it's my show. I can do what I want, right?
That's right. Got your name on it.
Well, I didn't feel the same, right? I mean, I wasn't into it tonight.
You're still in shorts.
I know.
Well, from the standpoint of evaluation to Troy, not only amongst your athletes, but coaching staff's got to take a look at themselves too. I'm a firm believer that you can't expect kids to come out and perform on a Friday night or whatever athletic event that they're playing in without having practiced it first or be made aware of what the situations are. You just don't throw them out there and say, let's go do it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think Abe and his staff have to take a look within themselves first. Look at themselves first. What can we do better?
Yeah.
And then relay that message, you know, to your players. What you really hope now as a football team, having scored, 30 points in 3 games? 16,
7 and 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that your football team doesn't start to fracture and divide.
Well, and you've really only scored 14.
And you've actually only scored 14 because your Tech gave you a gift there at the end of the first half.
That one behind Snedeker. 1:34 remaining. Well, and again for Zach Hill, he has not got the same reps in practice that your starter's going to get. So he is not on target with his receivers, and a lot of timing goes into this. Richmond will run the football right there. And
well, I would say, based on what I've seen with Zach coming in here, that you really don't have, in that particular position, anything to lose if you make the switch.
Yeah.
You know, if moving forward he is your guy for, say, the next 4 years, then, you know, you might as well throw him into the fire and let him grow and mature right now.
Yeah.
And give him that exposure. Nothing against, the starter. Again, it doesn't all fall in his lap. But, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes a shake-up at that position helps a football team for whatever reason. And then you take a look throughout both sides of the football. You know, what kind of changes can we make? Do we have to make to make us more, I don't want to say competitive, but to make us more of a solid football team, 1 through 11 at each one of those positions, offensively and defensively.
And especially if you're going to look at tournament time, if you're going to be better because right now that's probably your biggest area of concern, is make sure that you're going to be a better football team by the tournament, right?
You would like to think that you've made progress.
Yeah.
And, as we were talking a little bit off the air earlier, we've probably taken a step or two back tonight.
Yeah.
And you don't want to continue that trend.
Richmond lining up to punt the football away, and nobody back there for the Titans. 32.4, and all the Titans have to do now is sit on the football maybe one time, and this one will be over. Red Devils will fall to 0-3, and they will be 0-1 in the North Central Conference. Tech will get their first win of the year, and it's a 1-0 in NCC play.
It looks like they're going back into the shotgun again, so maybe.
They are going to run a play.
He's going. Okay.
Somebody, I would have ran down there and tackled him.
Well, that's going to do it. The clock has stopped at 24.9, but this one is over for all intents and purposes.
I'll be praying for you guys. I'll be with you all through. We don't have to snap the ball. We do not have to snap the ball. We do not have to snap the ball. That's a class, Nick.
And that's going to do it, as the clock is going to run out, and this one is in the books. I think we've said enough. And Kyle, the Red Devils lose here tonight by a final of 45-7, and so now they'll think about next week as they will travel to Muncie Central, take on the Bearcats. I want to remind you, we'll have some scores for you coming up a little bit later tonight or tomorrow morning, depending how late some of the scores come in. But Richmond again losing tonight. Your final score, 45-7. Thanks for being with us. This has been Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.